Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Race Radio, the podcast. We've been out of it for a while because we got really insanely busy, but we're back. We've had part of the we've had basically most of the European leg of Formula E. We've had the us on being on tour for the races. We've had Berlin. I went to Spa for a week, and we've had Tyler in Monaco for Formula E. So we're just going to do a little recap of Berlin, Spa a little bit, Monaco, talk about the fan experience for Berlin specifically,
Yep.
and just enjoy yapping to each other again. Maybe
There's a lot
do
to talk about.
a little prep talk before Sanya, but well, there's not much to talk about with Sanya, considering they've only raced there once. But yeah, Berlin. First things first, we were traveling to the track, well, to Berlin, and we had the insane announcement of Degrassi retiring.
We were literally boarding our plane. when
It was
dropped.
it was the same style as the video Sebastian Vettel did when he was leaving Formula One.
Mad.
Fun parallel. I was traveling to the track back when Sebastian retired. I was traveling to the Hungaroring. And now again, I was traveling to Berlin
Oh my god.
when the announcement from Lucas came.
When Danny's travelling, someone retires.
Well, sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Sometimes maybe
Hey.
good, sometimes maybe shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I thought he was just retiring from Formula E, but it was like, no, he's full shebang from motorsport altogether.
I mean, doesn't really do anything else.
well,
I
yeah,
was surprised he did it this year because I
Yeah.
and most people were under the impression he was going to do at least one Gen 4 year.
Yeah,
But I,
would have
suppose
expected that.
maybe he has tested it and has gone, do you know what, that's enough. Like, he's got to drive it at least once. Maybe he's happy
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. I would totally see that.
he's going to be more on the development side anyway, so...
Yeah, I on the one hand, I was like slightly shocked because I expected him to do at least 1 year of Gen 4, so the team has like a proper, solid, very knowledgeable driver with the development and also when the car is actually like being raced with.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, I was in shock, but on the other hand, I do think like this is one of the better moments to be leaving the sport for a veteran like himself. So on the other hand, I'm not surprised that he is leaving. Like he is probably staying with the sport in some capacity.
Yeah.
I can also see him still be very involved with the FIA and Formula E in developing new generations of cars. But just not driving them.
Yeah.
In the capacity of a full-time race driver.
He'll definitely be about in some way.
Yeah. I don't think
Which we all
Formula E
expected.
don't think we'll fully see him disappear from Formula E.
No. Well, they were talking about they wanted someone kind of similar to Alexander Sims to like be the bridge
steward.
between the drivers and the stewards. So maybe
Yeah.
he'll take up that
I
sort of role.
think I can see him do that.
Because they were talking about like other commitments are preventing that. But if Lucas is retiring, he's got nothing
Yeah.
on.
Be like a driver representative or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll speak up, so
Yeah, and
He
he is
sure
also
as shit will.
he sure will.
he's also well versed in speaking up.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
he knows how to say it in a very eloquent way.
And they'll listen to
So-
him. He's been there since the beginning. So
Yeah.
I mean, they'd have to
Yeah.
listen to him regardless, but he's a reliable voice, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Then, besides Lucas retiring,
Mhm.
we also had the Porsche Special Livery, the pink pig.
I have opinions. It was lovely. It was lovely on the GT car that Michelle was driving. It was vile on the Formula E car.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Yeah.
GT car, stunning, beautiful, lovely. Formula E.
The race suits are nice. I thought.
Yeah.
Salmon colour, you know.
Somewhat nice.
I was gonna say it looks good on Pascal, but like everything looks good on Pascal. So
yeah.
Hey.
And the thing is as well, like, I get that it's for the 75-year anniversary of Porsche Motorsport, but the execution of the livery was so bad on the car. Like the red that they kept on the halo, it clashed so much with the tone of pink that they used, and the weird red dot for around the number.
Yeah.
Like it just wasn't it on the Formula E car.
And the red front wing, like it was just.
I think they've just got an issue of like special liveries, because that silver one they did earlier in the season was also disgusting.
Yeah, it wasn't it?
Whereas
like I get that they're trying to do like iconic liveries, but they're not nice.
They're missing something.
Whereas the purple one that they did a few years ago.
Oh yeah,
like
gorgeous.
the lavender one.
And the pink
one was good.
The
like pink one they did for Tokyo.
I wasn't moved by either of them, to be fair.
I like the purple one. I
don't like purple, so I'm probably the issue there.
There we go.
I really like purple, so
there we go.
But
I
I
quite
think
like those.
Generally the special liveries of Porsche are not well executed. I definitely agree.
Needs a bit more revision, I think.
Yeah, but then again, at least they do something completely different with their special livery, instead of some teams just adding one color here or there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk special liveries, Cooper Kiro.
Oh god. Oh boy.
Because I'm very close to doing like a tier list of just their liveries.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do it at the end of the season, because I feel like we've not seen the blast of them.
I didn't mind the Raval one.
The Raval one was alright.
Different.
It made sense in Madrid. When they turned up in Berlin with it, I was confused.
The only good thing about it was you could tell it apart from the Andretti.
Yeah.
That was it.
But then, like, when it started off yellow, it was nice, and then they made it bronze, and then it got gross.
Yeah.
And then they had the Hoppers livery, which was gross.
Oh, God.
And then they had the Raval one, which was alright, but it just looked like a test car. It looked like test camo.
Yeah.
It did.
And then that thing they turned up with in Monaco was a monstrosity that I don't even want to think about.
Yeah.
The Thunderbolts one last year as well. Horrid.
Thunderbolts was grim. That got ratings. I hated that.
I don't like their liveries in general. That might be because I just hate their color scheme overall. I don't like yellow, I don't like bronze, I don't like whatever they have going on for the rest of the season. And then the one in Monaco, just once again horrible.
It's because you can't. It looks like I think I described it as like fairground ride art.
Yeah.
Like if that was on the side of like a waltzer, you wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But then it's also like that's the whole Marvel graphic design thing that I don't particularly like. It's all very like lens flary, in your face.
It used to be so
characters everywhere cluttered. It's not my thing.
It used to be so much more like clear.
Yeah.
And then like the Infinity part of the Infinity Saga came, and then it just
floating heads.
And then afterwards, after Endgame especially, it just went horrible. And I hate it.
And it doesn't translate to a
car
livery.
No,
like
absolutely not.
I think it would be slightly better if they didn't have the characters on the side.
Yeah, I think you can't put faces.
It doesn't work.
No.
It didn't work with Thunderbolts. Doesn't work with this. Like, get your back.
Even the Hoppers one with just like the rabbits on didn't work.
No.
Yeah.
But honestly, get the bag. But
yeah,
my eyes are.
But do it in a different way.
Yeah. It's not fun.
But yeah,
it's not fun to look at.
We should honestly, at some point towards the end of the season, we should just do just one episode discussing all of the horrible special liveries of the season, or just all of the liveries of the season. All of the liveries of the season in general, and then have a special part, special liveries.
Oh god. Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't remember much else from before Berlin. What was
Madrid?
Like as in like going into Berlin, travel wise. I don't actually remember getting there.
I think I just blacked out when I was there. Got on a plane.
No, I was at work, and then I wasn't at work.
Spent an hour in the EES queue.
Oh, yeah, Berlin. I'm out with my end of season review. Which country's got the shittest EES system?
I will be seated for that.
Because Berlin, you are a fucking joke. Because why have I got to go to a machine, register my face and my fingerprints, and then go queue up to speak to a man who then asks me to register my face and my fingerprints? Let's skip one of these steps, babe.
Yeah.
Just let me go see the man. I'll go do it with the man. Yeah. Skip that little tappy screen bullshit that everyone gets confused on, even though it's literally like, are you human, yes or no? Yeah. Somehow people can't function with that one.
Put your hand on
or
the
even
pad.
The fact that like everyone got confused because obviously you come into that like step 1 area, and then you would assume you keep walking straight, but you actually have to go back on yourself towards the queue that you've just come from to go back through a door. People were walking back off to the arrivals terminal. People were going the complete wrong way. They were skipping security and ended up back at the gates because they just kept walking. And I got halfway and went, nah, this don't feel right. And then I turned around and step 2 was behind you. So you have to like go past step 2 to go to step 1, then turn around and go to step 2.
That's so strange.
It was bullshit. And it was like, this was like, what, 11 o'clock at night or something I landed? Bullshit.
Was that Terminal 1?
Couldn't tell you, mate.
Terminal 2 wasn't
Berlin Terminal 2, when I catch whoever designed Berlin Terminal 2, I'm going to blow that up. I'm not going to put that on record. What do you mean? Terminal 1, lovely. Terminal 1, massive. No security. They've got the Burger King that takes, granted, 45 minutes for some chips. However, Terminal 2, you go on the services and the facilities of Terminal 2. They tell you about the ATM machines they've got. They tell you there's free water in the toilet, and then there's a Smith's. That's all they've got. You look for food. Oh, there's a Smith's that's got a meal deal in it. Do you want to know how much the meal deal is? $9.99.
Disgusting.
For an unbranded sandwich, a bottle of water, and some crisps. €9.99.
It's one.
And then you go through. They make you go straight to security, like through passport control. You're trapped. Yep. You're not going anywhere from there. Yep. There's no food. There's no water. It's literally a dungeon downstairs with like maybe 10 chairs in it for 400 people to get on a plane because there's like 7 gates down there. There's one vending machine. Vending machine's broken. Vending machine was broken 3 years ago when I went there. They ain't fixed it.
Still haven't fixed it.
Absolute fucking shit. If I ever go to Berlin again and I see a flight back from Terminal 2, I'll pay more to not go there. I'll pay more to go to Terminal 1. Absolute dungeon.
God forbid your gate gets changed.
Fucking hell. I'll die. Just die.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
See you later. I mean, we got stranded there because.
So that's my review on Berlin.
We were trying to board a plane that didn't exist.
I went by train.
Was it much better?
Shithole.
Honestly, like most of the trip was pretty decent. Like I was on the train together with Jess. First class seats were cheaper than flying to Berlin. Like, and the train station is only like 30 minutes from where I live. So we were like, okay, 6 hours on a train, about the same time you would spend in an airport, including like with like arrival or getting to the airport, waiting at the airport for your flight, then the flight itself, landing, trying to get out of the airport. And we went straight to Berlin Hauptbahnhof. The only issue was we were just past Hanover, and there was a random train stranded on the tracks. So we were delayed by like, I don't know, 30 minutes because of that fucking train that was there like in the middle of nowhere. And everyone was like, what the fuck is going on? And there was also barely any food available on the train to Berlin.
On a long haul train.
Yeah,
Jesus.
they had like some croissants and like breakfast things.
Wow.
And they had coffees from Hanover. But like that was only the last hour of the trip. They did have other like waters or beer for some reason. They did have.
Sure.
But just like normal food, they didn't. So as soon as as we arrived in Berlin, we were like, we get food. Then we find Emma at Hauptbahnhof, and from there we went to the Airbnb. And that is that. On a train ride going home, we also got a half-hour delay because there were unauthorized people, like either on the tracks or on the train. We don't know for sure, but there were unauthorized people somewhere, so we were stuck in like Hamm or some weird random place. So yeah, but we arrived safely home.
Good.
Then went through the hell of driving through Liège.
No one deserves that. From memory, no one deserves that. That was an absolute dungeon of a place.
It was even more horrible this time. There was a road that we had to go up that was almost vertical. They were like, what the fuck?
What the hell?
It was bad enough when you picked me up at the station that time, and there was like no actual entrance to the station. There was like 3 roads, but none of them actually went into the station, and like there was no there was parking, but you couldn't get to it. And I was like, well, how have these cars got here then? It was bonkers.
Spawned in.
It was so weird. But yeah, my hatred for Liège has grown.
But they've got a really nice train station. You've got to remember that. It's got a really cool
roof.
roof.
Get to it.
It's got a stripy stained glass roof. It's fucking stunning.
To be fair, if I need to go to Liège, I also can take the train. I think that might be better than going by car.
Well, you live and you learn, truly.
So, yeah.
The only good thing I'll ever say about Belgium is that Liège has a nice train station. The rest of the country, honestly, I could let it drift up into the sea and I wouldn't be bothered.
Spa has good track food.
Yes.
Yeah, I forget Spa's actually in Belgium. In my mind, it ain't.
It's just its own place.
So it does feel like it because but like all the Belgians are shithole and Spa is stunning and the rest of the country is honestly like it's still living in the World War II trenches. Yeah. Like the whole country's got like a brown glow to it.
Yeah.
Even Spa is stunning.
Spa is stunning.
To be fair, there's a reason Chloe didn't put Spa in Belgium.
I put it in the wrong place.
It's when I looked at it like an hour later and I went
for it to move to the Netherlands.
I don't think Spa's right.
I was like, didn't you have like Spa like where like Eindhoven was or something?
I don't know. I didn't take geography.
It was either Eindhoven or Maastricht. It was one of the two.
She placed it in the Netherlands. That's what I remember.
Hey,
I don't remember where
I'm trying to manifest a better life for Spa.
I don't know if the Netherlands is the best place for it, but
better than Belgium.
It's better than Belgium.
No, she placed it in Assen. Not even Eindhoven or Maastricht, but like around where the TT Circuit Assen is. I was like, I'm just gonna look.
Okay.
I was like, I'm just gonna see if I can find it.
I hated my geography teacher, and it shows.
But yeah, that was like the travel struggles from Berlin.
Berlin, I remember having to get an Uber because I sacked off the trains because I'd landed really late, and I think I don't know if I'd landed delayed or if I was just so fucking knackered because I've been at work all day.
Or both.
But like it was meant to be like 20 minutes on the train from the airport, and then like I'd missed a changeover by like a minute, and it was like a 45-minute wait for the next train. I went, yeah, do you know what? Fuck this. Uber,
I remember
5
you
minutes.
saying something like that.
I love the fact that you were back at the Airbnb before we were back from dinner.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't dealing with this shit. Get me in the back of some random bloke's car and get me to the gaff. I don't care anymore. If he kidnaps me, he kidnaps me. I don't care.
They took their time.
Yeah. But the food was good.
It was.
And the cocktails were as well.
Cocky tea.
Nice.
But yeah. I don't remember much of the Berlin race.
No.
Or like track action.
I blacked out qualifying.
My weekend was going to the track on the Friday, walking it, saying this track's really shit and boring. Why the fuck do we race here? Because the track is really shit and boring.
It is.
You just go concrete, straight, turn around, concrete. Oh, let me turn around again, bit more concrete. Oh, what I'm gonna do? Turn around again, bit more concrete. Like we were walking around and we were like, this is shit. Why the fuck do we race here? Can't wait to be here for another 5 more years. Yippee.
Yeah, I remember on the Friday we were exploring Berlin, and then at some point we're like, let's go to Tempelhof, just sit outside of the track.
Yeah.
It was nice weather, to be fair, so...
Yeah, it was lovely.
The entire weekend was good
really
weather.
Good.
The Sunday was a little too hot for my liking for an event.
Yeah.
Cooked alive.
But we'll get into that part in a moment. Also related to fan experience at the track. But yeah, the races itself, the only reason I have like somewhat of what happened is thanks to Jodie's race review. Which I based my notes off, and that was Edo pole in race 1, Pascal pole race 2, and in race 1 with the quali day, Pascal at some point hit a wall but still managed to win his duel. Zane got his first duel appearance and Joel got his first duel appearance, and Joel also managed to make it into the semi-finals.
He did indeed.
But then I had to go up against Pascal, and that was just...
Can't go up against Pascal.
Destined to lose.
Unless you're Edo. Edo's just built different around that circuit.
At some point, both of the Lolas had led in race 1.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Pascal had a puncture at some point. I don't remember what happened.
Quite early on, I think.
Did he not crash with Nico? No, it was Monaco.
That was Monaco.
Yeah, no.
And we had the first race win for Nico Müller.
Shit house.
Which he managed to do with a 4-second gap. And
insane.
We had Cassidy in P2 and Roland P3. Nico and his kid were so cute.
Oh, they were.
On the podium.
They were.
The one thing I was annoyed by is the fact that the officials seem to keep ignoring his son. Whereas on the Sunday, all of them did give attention to Pascal's kid. Or Ollie, Pascal's kid.
I wonder if it's just because they've got like experience with her.
I was gonna say because Soleil's
and they
sort of
know,
times.
And she's like an absolute diva up there.
She is.
Yeah,
she's up there like, let me sniff the flowers. Give me the wreath. Yeah. I want to sniff the flowers. Thank
This is my trophy, actually. So.
Yeah. She's so cute.
She's bro.
But yeah, that's one thing that really stood out for me about the podium. But yeah, I don't know if that is indeed because it's the first time he's even been able to bring his child up there. Because it was his first ever race win.
I don't think he did in Jakarta either. But that's a long way for a family to go. So
that's very far.
Yeah, Berlin's practically like home. It's next door.
Yeah,
so
down the road, isn't it?
And then we had race 2, which we had, of course, the contact between Nick and Nick.
Hey, that was fun.
Which caused broken suspension for De Vries. Then later on in that same race, Cassidy clipped the rear of Buemi and broke his front ring in the process. There was some kind of incident with Da Costa and Müller, which caused debris, which caused a full course yellow, and Evans managed at some point in that race to get into the lead, and he had more energy than his fellow top contenders because he started in the back and therefore could save more.
Oh, crazy strategy.
That was the thing with Berlin that everyone was kicking off about, was that people sacked off. I forgot about this. People sacked off quali.
Yeah.
Which then became like a big controversial talking point. It was brought up in Monaco as well. But being like, I think Nick Goldin asked in the team principals conference, was like, obviously going back to like Berlin, like how do you sort of feel about people just sacking off quali for the energy saving? Because like obviously there's been a lot of talk about like pack racing and stuff at the minute, because everyone hates it. No matter who you ask, everyone hates it. And then like basically the general consensus across the principals that were there, because I think it was Sylvain Filippi, Tommaso and Florian, which I think were 3 team principals that didn't do the strat to not do quali from memory. And pretty much all 3 of them were just like, it's not what racing is. Like, racing is going, or like qualifying is going out there proving you're the fastest and starting at the front.
Yeah.
If you're purposely not doing qualifying to start at the back because it's better energy thing, they were like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, that's not racing at that point.
No.
Yeah, because when I think you brought it up that it was strategic that Mitch started from the back, and I was like,
Mitch, Dan, Pepe,
I'm not sure about that, but
someone else.
He just popped himself up to the front, so must be nice.
Yeah.
Which I think will be interesting next season, if obviously because Gen 4 is going to be a lot different, and then there's also the rumour / possibility of like doing 1 sprint, 1 feature.
I would like to see that, actually.
Yeah, it was when we went to Paul Ricard, Pico brought it up to Jeff, because we saw him at like the after like drinks or whatever, and he was like, let me pitch you an idea. Jeff was like, you've got 10 seconds to pitch me this idea, because Jack was like half cut. And he was like 2 cocky tees down, and Jeff went, give me 10 seconds, pitch it to me, go. And Jack was just like, sprint races, 1 day sprint, 1 day this, blah, blah, blah. And Jeff went, you're not a million miles off. And then literally the next day, the race put out the article about how it's like on the cards, or not to say on the cards, but like discussed.
It's an idea.
And I think that would probably, it would probably at least, like, I don't know if it would stop the pack racing, but it would like
open up chances,
give
for
more weight to the actual race, rather than it just being race 2 and it just being like 1 extra lap or whatever. Because obviously, like with race 1 being pit boost, completely different to like regular. Or even if they did both races pit boost, but did like different lengths of laps or something.
I think different lengths of laps definitely would help a lot. Like more significant differences. Even if they're both pit boost, like more significant difference between race 1 and race 2 could, and like not as energy saving focused.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it will always be an important aspect, but that of course is one of the part of the reason why so many chose to disregard quali and be like, okay, we're gonna start from the back. But because we start from the back, we have more chances to save energy and therefore have more chances to win.
Yeah, because then like pole becomes obsolete. It's like
it becomes pointless.
It's a trophy and 3
at
points.
that point, at that point, you might as well pick a name out of a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially seeing as you're doing so much to try and get pole as well. Like you don't have to do just like 1 good lap. You have to do at least like 5.
4, 5.
You have to do your quali lap, and then 4. I think. I'm not good at maths.
Yeah, and maybe even like 2. You've had 2 good laps because you've got to put like the good banker in as well.
Yeah. So
my back is killing me.
I would like to see a sprint race though. I would just like to see them all go balls to the walls.
Yeah.
And just full on race.
Just go all out and not have to worry about.
And I also reckon as well they'd probably be a bit like safer, because they wouldn't want to smash up their cars.
Yeah.
So they would literally be like flat out but safe racing at the same time. I reckon that'd be a really interesting concept.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to the sprint race. And it's a different experience for the fans as well.
Yeah.
Day to day.
Yeah, I think that
it makes it better to flog a weekend ticket, because I've got plenty of opinions and ideas on how to make like the race events more attractive.
Yeah.
But a lot of that does start, because this is basically something that came up. I spoke about it in Berlin, of how it's not an attractive destination in the sense of when you look at like onboards and when you look at like trackside photos,
so boring.
It's a concrete floor with concrete barriers, well, not concrete barriers, but like barriers and metal fencing. And then the sky, to be fair, is usually grey.
Yes.
Granted, it wasn't this year, but the sky is usually grey.
To be fair, both times I went to Berlin, clear blue skies.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it must be really nice. But like generally it just looks grim. And then there's only like, they've got rid of, every year they get, like specifically Berlin, they get rid of more and more grandstands every year.
Yeah.
So I first went 3 years ago, I think, and they had 3 grandstands on the main straight. They had 3 grandstands at the final corner, and then they had 1 big grandstand, like on at the end of the straight.
Yeah, near the plane, right?
Yeah.
No, so that's another one. They got rid of that by the time I went 3 years ago. But when I went 3 years ago, they had the one that's around the back of the track by the hangar.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
That now doesn't exist, and they've built race suites for Porsche over there, over by where you enter the pit lane.
Yeah.
The final corner is now 1 grandstand, whereas last year it was 3. And the main straight's now mostly 1 grandstand.
2.
It's like 1 grandstand, and then it was the Porsche grandstand, so it was mostly guests. They've got rid of the one by the plane that used to, because that's attack mode. There used to be a grandstand on there as well. That went like 4 years ago, I think. They used to have the grandstand a bit further up towards attack mode. That's gone as well. One of the grandstands in the main straight's gone. The 2 at the final corner have gone. And the one round by the hangars where like all the offices are, that's 6 grandstands that have gone.
Yeah.
In the space of about 4 years. And
also,
it's like you can literally either sit on the grid, which is a shit view because they pretty much come down that straight hugging the wall, same as London.
Yeah.
Or you can sit at the final corner. That's it. That's all where you can sit.
Where we sat on the Sunday, like it was like on the grid one, but it was like right when they came out of the final corner, like in front of the screen. We sat a little higher up on the grandstand, and we could see that area, and then like where the incident with Nick and Nick, that bit, and then like a little bit of when they were like the little
tiny
push.
bit.
We could see a little bit of that as well.
The cams at the top, basically.
But the thing is, last year for testing, I sat in the 3rd grandstand that was on that final corner, one that's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And you could see them coming into the corner, going like you were head on for them coming through to the corner, like facing you. Yeah. And they'd come out the corner towards the pit lane. You could see them all the way up the straight, and then they got rid of that grandstand and they replaced it with the Porsche cars.
Yeah.
It's part of the fan village.
Yeah, the fan village is another thing I was not happy about.
It's just
with the layout.
Stuff. It's just stuff put there.
There wasn't much to do.
There was not much of like a vibe or experience.
No.
Like in London, you have, for example, the podium set up. They have like a camera and stuff like professionally there to make cute photos of you and your friends on the podium. Berlin, it was just a podium there, nothing else. Like no person taking cameras or something. Yes, you could take cameras, you could take pictures of it yourself, but not in the same sense as London has offered the past 2 years.
Yeah.
The food options, it was so packed that all of the queues were like flowing into each other.
Yeah. On the Sunday, they like 10 minutes to get anything.
On the Sunday, they did do it a little bit better. With like the way everything was suited, but it was still not great. There was barely any shade or coverage.
Yeah.
Which they did take a slight bit of care of for the Sunday. But either rain or sun, you were basically fucked.
Yeah.
In easy words. London tends to have a lot of like opportunities to really be like do fan experience things. Berlin, I think they had the game experience with the Sims again. They had the Mahindra stand, but with like a little with Street Child which is great, by the way. That's one thing I will touch on later a little bit more. They had the Cupra Padel thing.
Oh yeah, nobody was playing paddle in that weather.
Well, I saw some people.
They were in Madrid, and Madrid was just as nice, to be fair.
I'm not playing paddle in that weather.
I did see some people play paddle in that weather.
Less psychopaths.
The Porsche thing, of course, with the where they hand out the stupid, annoying wooden flags.
Oh yeah.
And there was, I think, the Hankook thing.
Didn't go anywhere near the Hankook thing.
It's pretty much like, again, it's just like things to look at.
Yeah, like, it's things to look at, but not to really experience.
Not to do.
Whereas
look at the Mahindra store. Look at our like our toy car that we've got. Look at all the Porsche cars lined up. Look at they had the electric bike thing. Look at the bikes. Like
yeah.
The Mahindra store did have like the little catch the thingy game.
I was awful at. I was awful at that.
Which, like, if you wanted to participate, you did have to donate for Street Child, which, on the one hand, fair. On the other hand, I do think, like, if you make it free, people are more likely to do it. But they were giving out the model cars, so I do understand that they do it for a small charge. I do think, like, I like when teams have their own stands in fan villages, because I remember in Rome 2022 and 2023, Mercedes EQ always had like a big stand for fans with multiple things to experience, with like a prototype car that you could sit in and make photos with and things like that. And I think that is one thing that I do miss for Berlin in particular. Oh, and hydration stations.
Oh god.
That was horrible, because it was a few points where there were 4 hydration stations, like taps together on a Saturday, and the queues were so long
and no
that
cups.
It was like so horrible to even try to get some hydration. And no cups, indeed.
No cups.
On the Sunday, they did at least one station of 2, but the lines everywhere were so long that even on Sunday it was horrifying to get some water or something.
I mean, we came out of the pit lane walk and we wanted some water, and like we missed Group A because we were getting water. Like ridiculous.
Well, I was going to say, with the like things in the fan village, I think the sort of issue Formula E has is like, because you don't actually have much time in the day, in like other than between quali and the race. If you ain't doing an autograph session, you've got like 4 hours to kill.
Yeah.
But like if you've come for all the sessions and you've got like free practice at like say 9, quali's at like 10:30, and then you've got the race at like 3. There's not actually much time, so I wonder if like they don't really have much of a drive to sort of fill the fan village with things to do, because it's like you don't actually have time to do them.
Yeah, but then again, they also do sell just fan village tickets.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to spend my whole day there. If not,
no, but like
I feel like
do go for it because it's a fun.
In Berlin, I feel like it can get away with it because you can sort of stand trackside and kind of see the track a bit. London, why the fuck are they selling fan village tickets for London? You can't even see the track.
Yeah. You sit in
watch
front of
it on telly. Right.
Watch it at home. It's on ITV.
Yeah, London, I don't understand the fan village.
And also with the Berlin fan village, everything is so like spread out. The simulators were way down the back. And especially in that heat, I don't want to walk.
Like, on the one hand, it's completely spread out, but on the other hand, it's extremely dense, because there were areas where I'm like, you could have put some food trucks here and spread everything out a little bit more, and it would have worked better. And that was not done. And I was like, okay.
It was It's chaos.
But yeah, fan experience. Berlin is one of the tracks where I'm like, it's easily accessible, but the experience is not the greatest.
Yeah, it's. I think the first year that I went was better, but maybe it's just
even the fact as well that it's just all concrete. Like if it's hot, you're fucked. If it's wet, that rain ain't going nowhere. It's just gonna sit on top of the surface. Like there's nowhere for water to go. There's nowhere for heat to go.
Like that was the thing. There was not much coverage from the rain last year.
Yeah, my feet were killing me as well.
Yeah,
like it's not suited anymore for the type of events that are being put on. Because I know in the past they had like part of the hangar being the fan village.
Yeah.
And that they did like autograph sessions and stuff in there. I know nowadays the area where they used to do it is not possible because of like safety concerns and also money.
It's all under construction, so
yeah.
There's like building works going on all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's under construction because the roof is like not stable enough or something like that.
Sounds about right.
I remember reading about that once. But yeah, so it's just
we had
not
the same
the best.
Complaint last year that it should be in the hangar, but can't do it. So we're just kind of stuck with this.
Yeah. Besides that, also something else I want to complain about slightly, or just talk about, is the autograph sessions.
Oh God!
On Saturday, we personally, like me and Chloe, didn't have pit walk tickets because they were gone by the time we were checking. And honestly, thank God we didn't have them after the horror stories I've heard from Tyler and others. So Tyler, take it away. You have more experience with that.
Well, so the issue was the tickets said pitwalk / autograph session.
Yeah.
And I think when they were online, they also said that for a brief period of time, or maybe the whole time. So people,
I think
people thought the pitwalk was the autograph session, and and then also I think the volunteers or like the staff weren't aware of what was what as well, because it was confusing. Because on the Saturday there was like 3 times the amount of people in that pitwalk than there was on the Sunday, and you could tell people thought it was the autograph session because they were queuing up at garages, and no one queues up at garages for a pitwalk. We walked in like 5 minutes in, and there was like a massive queue at Lola, and I was like, nah, something's not right here. Like,
no, I do remember like specifically checking tickets and being like, okay, it does say in the description it's pit walk versus autograph session and pit walk, but you had to click on like an info thing for that.
Yeah, to click on the ticket.
And click on the ticket itself as well.
Yeah.
And I think also like the briefing of like who should be let in during this session was not done correctly.
Because it was also confusing in terms of wristbands, because someone messaged me during the pit walk and was like, what wristbands do you need to get into the pit walk? And everyone I'd seen had like some neon green wristbands on.
Yeah.
But then the autograph session ones were like paper and they said autograph session on it.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone really knew what was what, because they had like such vastly different wristbands as well.
Yeah. And on the Sunday that was fixed.
They changed the name of the ticket.
And they also, to be fair, on the Saturday with handing out the wristbands, there were 2 separate queues. One for the autograph wristband, one for the pitwalk wristband. A lot of people queued up just for seeing a queue and thinking they could get access to something without having the add-on ticket. But on Sunday, they were at first like made it one queue with 2 separate points of checking and scanning tickets and getting wristband. And like entering the queue, they were like, okay, do you have this ticket? You had to physically show them that you had the ticket. And then, like, at the end of the queue, just before they were going to scan, they asked, do you have autograph or pit walk, or both? And then if you had both, you first got the autograph one and then the pit walk one. If you had only pit walk, you went around. But they were a lot more focused on the directing part of that. And also with checking the wristbands when going into the pit lane. For both sessions, they clearly check, like, do you have the bright green one or the paper one?
And there were multiple people checking along the way as well.
Yeah. But to be fair, there were multiple people checking along the way on the Saturday as well. But they were just not briefed correctly on
there
which...
There were people with autograph session wristbands that somehow got into pit walk. So they just didn't have a clue. But they did kind of right their wrongs on the
people that then got confused that they were not being let in on Sunday. Because people don't know how to read.
Hey. That's the thing, people in Germany, they don't know how to queue.
Or read.
Apparently. That was my complaint the whole, like, the autograph session as well. Just, like, people don't know how to queue. And that's very British of me, but...
No, but I noticed that as well, and I'm Dutch.
Yeah.
But then again, the Dutch also know how to queue.
Yeah, well... Nick was having none of it on the Sunday. No. I can't remember. On the Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I skipped Mahindra on Saturday, and y'all told me, like, oh yeah, this and this happened.
Hell on earth.
And I finally got my picture with Joel.
Hey!
Yeah.
The autograph session was madness.
Horrible. Horrifying.
But also, like, compared to, like, any level of, like, chaos compared to last year, because last year it was dead.
Last year, Monaco on this Sunday was also pretty dead because of the rain.
Yeah, I think the rain and also, like, making people pay on last year.
Monaco was free last year.
Yeah, for Berlin it was paid, but it was quite lovely, actually.
I do think, like, having the session paid, but not massively expensive.
Yeah. If they're going to do it paid, don't do it with €50.
No, I would say...
I do have something to say about paid versus unpaid, but I will wait until I come back because I'm currently hanging up a shower curtain in my bathroom.
I was wondering where you were. Yeah.
My point on paid versus unpaid autograph sessions is, if we were talking about this in Monaco, at least 4 of the teams don't have both drivers out at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Citroen will be Jev or Nick, one of the two.
Yeah.
Penske, Max or Taylor won't be both at the same time. Lola, you do get both drivers, but they will not sit at the table together. They'll be at either end. Go figure on that.
They'll always be standing.
And then Porsche, you get Pascal with David Beckman, and then Pascal will leave and Nico will come over and sit with David Beckman.
Yeah.
What other teams are there?
Jag is together.
Mahindra's always together.
Jag's together, Mahindra's together, Vision's together.
Nissan usually.
Nissan usually, yeah.
And sometimes they even have their reserve there.
Yeah, same with Kiro. They'll have Bianca there as well. But yeah, we were basically just discussing it in Monaco because when you've got like teams, granted, yeah, sure, it's like only 3 teams, but when you've got teams that aren't putting out both drivers at the same time, say you were like a massive Nissan fan, that's a bad example, DS Penske fan, and you wanted to meet Taylor, and you'd queued up and it was Max was sat there. I was going to say Jev, that's last season.
Yeah.
Max was sat there, and then you were like, oh, okay, and then you have to go down to other teams, and then if you want to meet Taylor, you then got to go back, which means you then got to sacrifice another team. Like we were saying that in terms of crowd control, paid is better because obviously when they were free, they were getting overcrowded. But they, like Monaco, they put a really strict cap on it. It was 250. Normally it's 400.
They should just do that in general.
So they should just strictly cap it and make it free. Yeah. But if you're, because you can't justify charging when, like, the drivers aren't going to be there.
Yeah, definitely. That on that note as well, like I remember in Rome, like 2022, so 4 years ago, they still had the autograph sessions outside of the pit lane. So they had like it was the tables in order of I think it was championship the year before, because it was
like how there's sort of different garages now.
Yeah, Mercedes, I think it was Jaguar, and then everyone else.
Yeah.
And it ended with Neo and Dragon Penske. And it was like you would just, all of the tables were right next to each other.
You just go down like a conveyor belt.
So you just, it was basically a conveyor belt. You would have all of the drivers, at least if they all kept up with signing the fucking driver cards, Lucas Di Grassi, because that's the only one I missed from that season. But you get all of the drivers. Some you have time to take a quick picture with. To be fair, due to COVID times, they rushed everyone through anyway. But I know like on other locations they did it as well with less COVID restrictions, so you could take pictures with the drivers as well. But it went a lot. You could meet all of the drivers because they would have to be there. It was still free, but it was also easily accessible for everyone. So that's one thing that, like, if you do make it paid in a way that everyone gets to meet everyone, and it is like sort of a conveyor belt.
I still think what they should do is, it would be a massive calendar overhaul, or like schedule overhaul. But it's like what they, when they sent that survey around like a couple of years ago, when they were like, would you be interested in Fridays? It would make so much more sense to just, like, Thursday's already media day, but it's like booked media day. Friday's obviously just FP1 and then like press conferences and stuff.
Yeah, it's just kind of a nothing day, usually.
Moved like autograph sessions, or like had some sort of like something going on the Friday, or God forbid a support series, make the Friday like an actual event day as well, sell tickets for it, and then still do your double headers, sure, whatever, but then you don't have to, and because it's also like, was it Berlin last year, Mitch and Edo weren't able to come to the autograph session because they were in the stewards.
That was
London. They were, it wasn't, Edo was missing because his Instagram got hacked.
That was a whole different thing. Literally, but like I was there, ready to take a photo with him, and then Chloe was like, "He's going to the stewards." I was like, "You're joking me."
So it's like when it's literally immediately after quali.
Yeah.
Like it was a bit different this year. There was a bigger gap, or at least it felt like a bigger gap. But like normally it's literally like a half an hour turnaround. So if there's anything that needs to be picked up, and then like drivers have to rush for a debrief.
Minutes.
Yeah.
Drivers have to rush for a debrief, quickly get some food down them if they eat at all, come out to an autograph session, play nice for half an hour, then go back, do more briefings, get in the car for the race. Like if they just moved it to a completely separate day, i.e. Friday, you could charge like a discounted rate to come in and watch FP1 and also have access.
I would pay for that.
Like also have access to the autograph sessions and that, and it would make the whole weekend like a lot less. Like especially with Monaco, where
even if you make it like access later on in the day, like at like 3 p.m. or something, if the FP1 is at 5.
Yeah, open the gates at like, I don't know, lunchtime or something. Like it doesn't need to be 9 a.m.
At 2 or 3, and then have the autograph session for those, and then have FP1. And then everyone goes home.
Yeah. But like I was going to say, especially with Monaco, where if you're sat anywhere that's not the T grandstands, you're fucked. Because everywhere else is such a long distance.
Got to run.
Like So you, like, in theory, if you want to do every session for day one in Monaco, like Saturday in Monaco, you're getting to the track at 6:30, because that's like because of the time and you get to track at 6:30, get to your grandstand, and then you go watch FP1. Then you've got to walk, say 20 minutes usually, to the fan village, because you've got to walk to Raskas, go up that big fuck off hill that pisses everyone off, and go down the stairs, go get your wristband, walk 20 minutes back, watch FP2, then walk 20 minutes back to go queue up for the pit lane, go into the pit lane, walk up and down it, whatever. Have like your, and then go back for quali.
You can't even reach it usually.
Yeah, you usually can't because there's not, and I don't know if it was the same this year because I didn't actually venture out, but previous years in Monaco you have to have security bags just to get into the fan village, because it's a public area, not a ticketed area. It's open to everyone, so you have to queue up. So like not last year, year before, like 2 years ago when I went, I was sat at K6 after FP2, ran over to get my wristband, just about made it, ran back to watch quali. But, and also as well, because like they do like stuff on track, you obviously can't, like, I think they did the Gen 3 Evo like show off lap, missed that because I was running around trying to get my wristband sorted, ran back, sat down for quali, watched quali, had to run all the way back to queue up for the pit lane, got there, it was, I think they said it was a 30-minute queue to get into the fan village, and and the pit lane was opening within 10 minutes, like for the autograph session, so I had to go find a member of staff just to let me in straight away because it was ridiculous. And then even then, like, the walk to the pit lane is not exactly short, because you have to go like across the harbour, over the stairs, down the stairs, into the pit lane, and it gets like really bottlenecked at some point as well. And there's like 3 different security checkpoints as well. They also do, so you have to go bag search into the fan village, then go across the harbour, bag search to get into the pit lane again, so it causes more, it's a nightmare. Don't know if it's still the same, but that's how it was a couple of years ago.
Last year it wasn't.
So you do your autograph session, then you have to run back to your seat to go watch the race. You somehow got to fit in getting food in all of this somewhere.
Which in Monaco is a horror.
Yeah, it's literally running back and forth. It was better this year. They had more food vans this year. They had like Italian corner, burger corner, things like that.
That's cool. Oh, the crepes they had 2 years ago. Oh, those were great.
I just went to the supermarket when I was in the grandstands a couple of years ago. I just went to the supermarket and got a meal deal.
Yeah, but from where we were sitting, I've always sat on a T grandstand. You can't get to the supermarket properly.
When you're at K, it's like at the bottom of the stairs, so I just went there.
Yeah. Wow. But that, like, Monaco is a logistical nightmare in that sense.
I wonder if F1's
and also because that I don't know.
Yeah, we'd have to try and find that out. If F1's like similar.
Well, F1 would be completely different because you don't have any, like, so where the fan village is in F1's the paddock.
Oh,
so
okay.
Where the fan village is in Formula E, is the F1 paddock.
All right.
Because Formula E doesn't have a paddock. Because this was the argument, we were
yeah, like the whole, yeah.
Let's go back to the race from Monaco. Yes. Basically, I did not get to watch anything from
Me neither.
The first race day in Monaco because I was working girl. Gotta get that bag.
Get that bread.
I got it from race trip somehow.
Exactly.
But yeah, quali, race 1 and race 2, Dan got pole. No clue how, but okay.
Razzed it.
And set a new lap record as well.
Yeah.
Did not even know that.
Yeah. I mean, he absolutely wiped the floor with Edo on day 2, so...
I think, was it day 1 that it was like the lap record? It was like the fastest lap that had been set or something in Formula E.
Something
day
like
1
that.
or 2, I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, one of them was the lap record.
Yeah.
Well, someone said that Edo set the lap record and then Dan set a better time.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
And it was race 2.
Yeah. He was
because race 1, Edo had issues with the car. And did not do quali.
Still don't know what that issue was, actually.
I did know what it was.
Was it drive shaft, actually? I think I remember you saying something about drive shaft.
Was...
something like that.
I can't remember. I did know what it was, but it's left my brain.
Yeah. Just Mahindra said, like, it's...
just issues.
Something's wrong with the car and it can't be fixed in park firmly.
Yeah. Unless you're Lucas Degrassi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Then we have the race. Like at the beginning of the race, we had the Nick and Jake issue at the Nouvelle chicane. To be fair, Nick was trying to avoid Nato, I think. And
yeah, I think
made
all the
penalties,
all the penalties are quite harsh.
Yeah, they were.
10 seconds for that.
Especially it was like what, like lap 5 or something shit. Like it was
early
on,
lap 3.
And Nick got pretty much just as fucked because he went like a bit airborne.
Yeah.
And it was like they were just 3 wide, like shit
They
happened.
were going 3 wide like half the race on Sunday, and I was like, guys.
It felt as though a lot of the penalties seemed to be outcome related.
Yeah.
So like the same with Dan's 33 or drive through convert to 33 seconds. Like had DaCosta's race not been ended, like, or like, I suppose it's like a bit difficult to determine because obviously like Antonio was on the radio for like 3 laps complaining about Dan
complaining a lot,
complaining about Dan moving under braking or allegedly moving under braking, and then for then that to happen, it did feel a bit extreme. And then also I reckon it almost felt as though because it should have been a 10-second penalty, but 10 seconds wouldn't have been enough to drop him back a position, so they gave a drive through instead. That's kind of what it felt like he should have been penalised, but drive through for that does, because drive through for a crash doesn't feel right in my opinion,
especially when other drivers got 10 for a similar type of thing.
And it's sort of like with Nick's being a 10-second penalty, I feel like ordinarily that would be 5, but it felt as though because Jake's race was ended, they went for 10. That's my conspiracy.
But then with Edo and Dak, like Dak got a podium, and Edo got slapped with a 10-second.
Yeah, there was a reason given for that. I can't remember what it was, of why they were so harsh with it. Can't remember what was it.
Guess you got to bring the hammer down.
No clue.
What even was the actual official reason they gave?
Because
I'd love to know, but the document won't load. So I'd love to tell you.
My favourite thing was Edo hitting Dak and then being like, "It wasn't me."
Okay. The stewards examined video evidence and in-car video evidence. Turn 10, car 48 was closely following car 13. Prior and to the apex, car 48 had not established any overlap with car 13. Shortly after the apex of turn 10, car 48 made 2 contacts with the rear of car 13. First a small contact and then a bigger hit, resulting in a spin for car 13. The stewards determined that car 48 failed to avoid contact with the car ahead and was wholly responsible for the collision. Although car 25 was in close proximity, we don't assess him to have impacted the incident between 48 and 13. Even though there was contact between 25 and 48, this happened fractions of a second after car 48 hit 13.
Yeah.
That was the full reason. A detailed reason as well.
Well,
but yeah.
We have you on tape.
Yeah. We've got the receipts because it was a fraction of a second, actually.
And you're a bitch. And also, fuck you.
Now we had also Nato getting a drive-through.
Oh, was thrilled about pressure? Oh, I'm thinking the second day.
Yeah.
No, I'm still on race 1, you know.
Brief tangent.
Tickton leading for a long time, but falling back to save energy. Muller and Jeff get in contact at some point. I don't know what happened there.
Tickton didn't drop back to save energy. He got fucked over by the strategy.
Oh, that was it.
So Nick pitted earlier for pit boost and then managed to essentially undercut Dan. So by the time they'd gone in,
I did see stuff about that.
Did their pit boost, Nick managed to overtake them, and Dan was, I think he dropped down to like P4 after that.
He also fell behind Evans.
Yeah, so Dan was kicking off the radio because he was like, we know we're not good in these like energies, like we know we're not good in these situations, so why did you put me in that situation? We should have pitted earlier, blah 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 blah.
He says he always pits really late.
Yeah, it's basically just like the car's not good on saving energy or something. So yeah, that was basically what happened with Dan. And then when he then hit Dak later, he was just literally like, well, I shouldn't have been in this position anyway. I shouldn't have been P3, P4 fighting with him. I should have been out in the lead, but I'm dropped back here and fighting for a position. And he was like kicking off about that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We had contact between Nico and Jeff. No clue what happened there.
I don't know what happened, but Jeff was kicking off on the radio because he got 5 seconds, and I still need to find the replay of it. But there's been so much radio to go through that I haven't managed to do his yet. He got given 5 seconds, and he like went, "Are you serious?" like shouting, and the team went, "Yes, serious. No jokes during the race." I was like, I don't think he was genuinely. And then he was like, "But for what?" And they were like, "Oh, contact." And he was like, "Well, did you bother fighting it?" He was like, "I don't even remember having contact." He's like, "I don't even know what I've got the penalty for." He was like, "Did you even bother fighting it?" Or and they just stayed silent. And I was like, "That'd be a no then, wouldn't it?"
Oh, lovely.
So yeah, still don't know what happened, but he got a 5 second for it, and he was thrilled to hear that.
Well, we also had Porsche's making contact, which caused Pascal a puncture and Nico a broken front wing. At some point, Roland got a rear puncture, apparently.
Everyone got a puncture.
And then the Jags were running in position for a double podium with Evans P2, Da Costa P3, and Tictum was hunting down Da Costa. And then they made contact, went boom into a wall after the tunnel.
Tyre went flying.
And it ended up with Nick winning the race, Mitch B2.
And making us wait 45 minutes for him to come down to the pool.
Pepe P3. Pepe P3 to the pen for Tictum, which was first podium for Pepe.
Yep.
So
bit of a bittersweet one. Like
it's been like 2 weekends of firsts.
Yeah. Felipe as well.
Yeah.
Because it was a Felipe first podium, and the weekend before, the Formula E weekend before, we had Nico's first win.
Not a first.
So, yeah, the whole fucking pool thing with Nick. We knew he was, like, he said he was going. So we, like, wait after the press conference, then went down to the press pen, went back up to the media centre, like, chilled for a sec, then went over to the pool. Still had to wait, like, half hour, 45 minutes. The point where, like, we were, like, people from, like, the Formula E team, like, we only stayed because we saw the broadcast guy who was, like, filming it was there. So we were like, well, he's obviously going to come. We were there fucking ages. Like, the race ended at 5? No. Race ended at 4.
4 because it was just before I was done working.
Race ended at 4. I got back to the media centre after Nick was in the pool at 6:10.
Jesus Christ.
Because I only remember that because I knew I had to leave at that sort of time on the Sunday. So I was like, whoever gets in the pool needs to hurry up. Luckily, Roland, I spoke to Alexa and I went, what's the time frame we're looking on it? Because I got to go on a flight. She's like, 15 minutes. I was like, love. Big fan. Because Nick kept us waiting nearly an hour.
Sounds like him.
Oh, my back. But
just first wins since 2021.
Yeah. Insane.
Yeah.
That was race 1.
Very deserved. Very good team.
Like, Mahindra, I remember 4 years ago, so 2022, back of the grid.
Yeah, like, Pinot.
In the Degrassi and Roberta Mary era.
That was 23.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. That was
I purely remember
the back
because
of the
it was the last
well.
Rome race. I purely remember because it was their last Rome race. Ever.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing them there. Yeah.
Was it Sims back then, or was he already gone?
It was Oliver Rowland and Alexander Sims in 2022.
I thought so.
That was also a year that Buemi was at Nissan together with Günther.
Fever dream.
We still had Jeff and Costa at Diaz the Cheetah.
Yeah. Lucas and
Giovinazzi drove that year with who was his teammate?
Sergio, no?
Sergio. Oliver Turvey and Dan were still teammates.
What year was that?
22.
Fuck me, I've been following Formula E longer than I thought.
Robin and Nick were teammates. Nick and Stoffel.
Yeah.
Sam and Mitch.
Yeah.
Edo and Degrassi.
Yeah.
Would that year been Dan and Turvey as well?
Yeah, I already named them.
Okay, I won't listen. I can't lie to you.
Also, Jake and Oliver Askew.
That was the other one, yeah.
Askew.
That's the one that I was like, I knew I was forgetting someone, but yeah, them.
Oh my god, Monaco race 1, my first grid pass. And it was horror.
I've heard many horror stories about the grid in Monaco, but I think this year especially was worse with all the F1 drivers.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I would love to do the Monaco grid, but not on a weekend where it's just Monaco FE happening. I'd rather have it be a weekend where F1 is happening elsewhere, so that it already lessens the amount of people. And then maybe have
most people who were there were just like general guests. Like there were just so many guests there this weekend. To be fair, the F1 drivers weren't even that big of an issue because they went on the grid before anyone else.
Yeah. I think Monaco grid is generally an issue anyway.
It looks.
From what I've heard.
Yeah.
Also because of how tight it is, of course.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Because like Berlin, it's really wide, but Monaco is.
Yeah. Berlin is so.
Because it's just a street in it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably start trying to wrap this up because I need to go to bed in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have race 2. Also, many penalties.
Many confusing penalties because a lot of them changed. So they came up during the race on the race centre that they were like time penalties. And it was only when all the documents were published after that they actually all got converted to grid drops for Sanya.
Yeah.
So Gunter's got, is it a 5-place drop for Sanya? Also, so Degrassi's got 40 because I still don't understand this. He, after qualifying, and before the race and before the final grid was published, he basically went and bought a new car, essentially. MCU and gearbox were changed 40 places. Okay. But I don't understand how that didn't affect the Monaco race. The wording was it's the second following race, and normally the rule is it's the following race, unless obviously the grid's already been set, but it hadn't. It was still provisional.
Yeah, that's so weird.
So he's got 40. Don't know why. Just rolling with it. Gunter's got 3 places for speeding under full course yellow. Jake's... I'm going in order. Sorry. Jake doesn't have a grid drop.
No.
Pepe has got a grid drop. He's got 5 places. I imagine his was because he didn't actually finish the race, which is fair enough. Gunter did finish the race, so I don't know why his was converted, but the game's the game. That's apparently what they do now. Dan doesn't have anything because it was race 2. He didn't do anything wrong.
Race 2, he did do something wrong. He failed to slow down under yellow.
Yeah, but he didn't turn into a grid drop, so that's fine. No, it was speeding during full course yellow.
Yeah.
But then Max got for that, and he...
I think because Max finished so far down the order.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. Because the penalty wouldn't have actually affected him. I think they went, well, fuck you then. You're not racing in Sanya. Bye-bye.
To the back.
I think that's... I imagine that's probably what it was, but they don't normally do that.
No.
Or at least they haven't this season.
Weird.
I don't know what they were on. Like, what kind of drugs.
Yeah, I'll have what they're having.
but it was certainly something. Okay, we'll wrap it up. Yeah, Monaco, chaos. What didn't happen there?
It took 4.5 hours to get the final classification on both days.
Yeah. And I was reporting back penalties because Tyler was in the airport security. Yeah, I was like, I feel like an insider. Check down this penalty, guys.
I was literally at like passport control and I saw that, like, I refreshed the page and saw it and I was like, well, I can't do anything else. I'm doing my fingerprints. Do me EES.
Hold on a second, there's a penalty.
So I just got to update people. It's fine because Kushmani caused the queue at passport control, so.
Yeah.
Fair.
Probably just racially profiled.
Race 2, Roland won.
Yeah.
Drugovic got his first podium in FE with P2 and Acosta P3, even though it was Edo on the road P3, but had the 10-second penalty from the contact with Acosta at the beginning of the race. So
it's calmer in it.
And we got given the absolute gift that is the quote, "Daddy's going swimming." Thank you, John. Yeah.
I love that.
Because I remember hearing it, and then afterwards I was like, no, surely he didn't say that. And then John was like, I think I said that. I don't think Ollie said that. And I'm like, no, I think he did. And I went back and listened to it, and I went, no, he did. And John was like, why the fuck did I say his daddy going swimming? He's like, that's gonna haunt me. Why the fuck did I say that?
I love that.
Yeah.
Also, it feels fake that was Roland's first win of the season.
I'm just so used to him winning. He's like also just always on the podium.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's been like on every other podium.
Pretty much. And I was just like, what do you mean it's his first win? He's won before. No, that was last season.
No, last season he was like everywhere.
Yeah. But hey.
Yeah, I think that's all that's interesting for those 2 weekends.
Yeah.
At least what I can think of.
Yeah. Sanya, who knows what's going to happen? Half the grid have got grid drops. The whole thing's pointless. The race is probably going to be shit, because I'm pretty sure it was shit last time.
Zane Maloney pole. Why not? Could be. He's the only one that ain't got a grid drop.
Honestly, no.
What's the track saying for... Is it still the same track that they use in Sanya? Because it looks shit.
They might whack a few chicanes in there like usual.
God, why is there so much stuff on the website? There's like so many moving parts that it just like caused my laptop to die a death.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Sanya.
Loaded stuff for
Oh my god, they've finally gone on sale, have they? For Shanghai and Sanya.
Took them long enough.
They've literally only just gone on sale.
Well, that's going to be so full, isn't it?
Because someone messaged me the other week, was like, do you know... Oh, no, they haven't gone on sale.
Fab.
Someone messaged me, like, do you know when Shanghai's going to go on sale? And I was like, I have no idea, I'm so sorry.
That's crazy.
Race info. If there's no picture under circuit, I'm actually going to dash my laptop.
Oh, great.
Oh. Well, I don't like that.
Is it different?
No, it's just shit though.
Ew, what is that?
That's the whole, like,
what is
didn't
that?
Everyone rinse that, like, when it first came out? I swear everyone rinsed it. That is awful.
Why does it look like a ladle?
Oh, that's horrid.
I mean, maybe we might have, like, overtaking on the straights.
You would hope so.
But then, is it going to just become pack racing?
Probably.
Ah, shit.
You'd have to lift on the straights, wouldn't you?
Maybe, yeah, lift on one straight.
Bit of regen and then lift again. Boring.
It's like a really shit Jeddah.
It looks like a short track as well.
What was it in?
Besides that really long.
Monaco E-Prix. I think what the lap times were in Gen 2. I spelled Sanya so wrong that it says that. Did you mean Sanjay E-Prix?
I was going to say, I would have expected it to say Santa.
Santa
I keep misspelling it.
Christmas.
In Gen 2, it was a 1 minute 7 lap for pole, which means it's probably going to be about 55 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be under a minute, definitely.
Let me see what. This is going to be my 55 seconds. Might be completely off base.
I feel like it'll be under a minute.
It's literally 2.5 kilometers.
Yeah, the distance it is from the train station and back to my house. I do that like every day. Walk it.
It's short.
Damn. Well, anything can happen.
What was I'm trying to think Berlin, because I know Berlin's a really. Is Berlin like 50 seconds for a lap? 57 seconds,
it's
sorry.
57.
Yeah, quite short.
57, 58, somewhere around there.
So.
How many laps did they do?
Oh my god. So Gen 2 at Berlin was 1 minute 15.
Okay.
And it's now 57 seconds. So
they have changed the layout a bit though. Since Gen 2.
But not like that. So surely that would mean Sanya's going to be like 52 seconds.
Like, track length-wise, they're very similar, like, in kilometers.
Oh, it's not laps in Gen 2, is it? I was trying to look for laps, but...
Right, it's 45 minutes. I'm trying to see what the length of the track was for this one race, but it's not fucking telling me.
Monaco E-Prix. Track length is 2
No, I meant the Berlin race that I'm specifically looking at.
Oh, that I don't know.
Will be one of the bulletins.
What year Berlin are you looking at?
2020. But it's the one with like 17 different Berlins.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get the document that has the race distance on it.
Oh yeah.
I just can't find which document that is.
Do you want the extended? Do you want the reverse?
There is a document somewhere that. Okay, right, I've got it.
The first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one.
Berlin was 2.35 kilometers.
Okay.
Which is exactly the same as Sanya.
No, right. So I just checked the track length of the new Sanya because it's slightly different than what it was.
Oh, it's 2,500. Yeah. So it's going to be about 57 seconds.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because the current Berlin track length is 2.343.
Okay.
But has like more turns in it than Sanya.
Yeah.
It was 36 laps back then. But obviously that was the 45-minute thing, so take that with a pinch of salt.
So Sanya's going to be shit, basically. The timings aren't awful. I'm looking forward to being up at 4:30 in the morning covering qualifying.
But yeah, the fact that like last time out in Sanya, like half of these drivers were not on the grid.
Yeah.
Pepe Marti started his first year in karting that year.
That's insane.
Which also, Loki is kind of nuts because he was only starting his first competitive year in karts, and like 7 years later he's in Formula E.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And got a podium. First season.
Yeah.
Also, like the evolution of teams like Mahindra and Kiro.
Yeah.
Mate, Mahindra is nuts.
I still don't know how they've done it.
But then, like, I suppose, like, yeah, you can, say same for Kiro because they're using an old Porsche and they're out racing
2 years
the
old
Porsche.
and Dan's flying around Monaco, setting lap records in a 2-year-old
even Pepe's like quite good, and it's obviously his first his first time in any electric vehicle, like
mental.
And he's very funny on the radio as well.
Oh god.
And he brings in a lot of fans.
Yeah. It's like, this Cassidy, they drive like maniacs. And I'm like, broski, let's go back to your first race where you when
literally
did a triple
You
back
tried to turn your
somersault.
car into a plane.
You literally went airborne. You were like, I want to go flying. But went the wrong type of flying. But yeah. It's actually insane, like, see, like, how the sport has developed.
Yeah.
Over the years.
And the drivers and everything as well.
Yeah. Like,
I'm glad we're sort of seeing, like, a new generation coming through. Like, no disrespect to the old guys, but, like, it feels, especially with Gen 4 coming in, it very much feels like Formula E is starting to be taken a bit seriously now.
yeah.
And it's becoming a viable career opportunity. People are, like, looking at it, like, we've seen you've got Schwartzman looking at it, Victor Martin's looking at it. Granted, you can still argue it's because they can't get a job anywhere else, but, like, at least they're still looking at it, and, like, Gen 4's been taken, like, is taking quite a lot of people's interest. We're potentially going to be getting some good tracks on the calendar, like Zandvoort, Brands Hatch.
Let's go.
I have opinions about Zandvoort, but those are for another episode.
I'll be there. Whenever it is.
I'm going to say. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. I think we should honestly do one episode just about, like, what we expect next season to be like driver-wise, calendar-wise.
Yeah, the calendar will be coming out in a few weeks, so...
Nice.
We could do a little mini calendar episode.
Hell yeah.
When that comes out.
Talk about experiences with potential tracks that are...
It'd be good to do it in between...
Between Shanghai and Tokyo, if it's out.
Calendar comes out 23rd of June.
Okay.
Oh, that's Sanya.
Yeah, so we could do it between Sanya and Shanghai, but it's not much of a turnaround.
I will try my best, but I am in the middle of my thesis. But we'll figure that out.
It's like a 2-week period.
Yeah, but I only have 8 weeks for my thesis.
Sack it off,
Damn.
fuck uni.
Thank you. I need it.
Hopefully I'm an apprentice by then.
But yeah. Anyway, let's round up, go to bed.
Yes.
Thanks, everyone.
I want to be asleep within the next 20 minutes.
Exactly. Once again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Sorry for our big gap, but we will try our best to put out some content from the races we've attended, even if it's little photos here and there.
I'm cooking.
We're looking forward to Sanya, which is actually in exactly 30 days.
28.
28.
Yeah.
I don't know how to count.
I only just because I saw the countdown on the Formula E website when I was looking.
Same.
I don't know how to. But yeah, we'll see you all for Sanya. Then a calendar update thing for when we have the calendar of season 13.
13.
Yeah, 13. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks again for yapping with us. And see you all later.